Alright, good, well, it's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, had to kind of count all the days are running together. Well, good Monday morning to you. My morning, your afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 1600. And I was actually thinking it was Tuesday. So I set up the Tabac Tuesday shave, and since I've got everything out, we're going to go ahead and use it. So we're going to do Tabac Tuesday on Menthol Monday, and maybe we'll do Menthol Monday on Tabac Tuesday, and maybe we won't. It's hard to tell sometimes what's going to happen. But anyway, so we got the Tabac soap in the old stainless steel bowl. Works pretty good. And then as usual, when I use the Tabac, we're going to use the Clubman Musk to go along with it, because I really like that combination. And I just like Clubman Musk, period. And we've got the reknotted Ever Ready 650 PB with the Virginia Sheen finest badger knot in it. This is really a favorite, little old cheap or lesser inexpensive from China badger knot. Doesn't shed, it's got a good feel to it. That brush, it was just perfect for that handle once it was over with. And then we're going to bring out the Starling again today, because I want to use the solid guard, and I used the open comb the other day. We're going to use the regular solid guard this time. I've already got the blade in because we showed how to load the blade the other day, and it's all the same. But yeah, the face hoe, really, how you like it? But again, thank you, Michael, for sending it. Now this is fixing to go on a little trip. Some people have expressed interest in trying it over at Toast. We have a loaners program over there, we call it. And so when members want to try something, we send it around and let everybody try it. So that's another advantage of being a member of Toast. That's the originalsafety2.com. You've all heard that a million times. And I'll see if I can get the link to the account in the description. I do that every so often. We'll see if we can do it again today. Though already had a shower for today. We're just going to wipe the face off. Although after we finish the shower a little while ago, that may not even be necessary, but you know, tradition's important sometimes. Alright, let's shake the water out of the brush. Remember, we just want a damp brush. We don't need a bunch of water all over the place, slinging all around. And the blade we're using today is the same blade we used the other day. It's a treat blade. Speaking of blades, I got to go back and check over at the Shave Den. I made a comment the other day. There were the guy seems to be a newer shaver. I don't know, just from what he said. And he was talking about which razor to buy. And he was naming some of the newer model double-edged razors. And because he had a tough beard and he was getting all kinds of irritation and this, that, and the other, and he wanted a better razor. I told him to get good technique. You know, don't change razors. That's not going to help you any. If you got bad technique, I don't care what you use it, it's not going to work good. So invariably, when you give that kind of advice, you're going to have someone jump in that's going to say that it's a blade thing. He needs a sharper blade because I've got a tough beard and those blades just won't shave. I've got to have this blade and this razor and that blade and that razor. And bull feathers, folks. Bull feathers. Blade is a blade, a razor is a razor. If the blade's sharp and the razor's not damaged, it'll shave. If you're having problems with irritation and nicks and the razor not sliding all over the place, you know, if you're having all these problems, hey, first phone call to the shave. I'll get back with you, I'm shaving. That's a technique issue. If you can't get a blade to cut through your beard, now I'm assuming this is a normal growth, that it's not a, you know, 2-month beard he was talking about hacking off. He was talking about everyday shaving. If you can't get a blade to, you know, a good blade. There's some blades that won't cut anything. There's some Chinese blades that aren't sharp enough to shave. It's like the single edge blades that are the paint scraper blades. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the sharp blades. If you can't get a sharp blade to cut through your beard, I don't care how tough a beard you have. It's hair, okay? Now, that being said, what does count is technique. If you can't get a good blade, a sharp blade, on a good razor, and by good razor I mean one that's not defective, to shave, it's not a razor problem, it's not a blade problem. That's the guy holding the handle, or the gal holding the handle, however you want to look at it. Whichever it may be. Plain and simple. Now, in my younger days of doing this, I was known to preach I like blades too, and I still could. But, you know, everybody talks about, well, I've got a different face than yours, and I have, you know, this different than you, and every razor's different, and every blade's different, every space is different. And stop. Just stop. There is not enough difference in your face from mine. There is not enough difference in different blades. There is not enough difference in different razors that it's that big a deal. It's not. Technique is key. And your technique allows you to adjust for all those little differences. You know, well, I've got sensitive skin. Okay. I don't, but if you do, all right. But your technique on how you shave, going with the grain more than against the grain, or just don't go against the grain at all. I don't. You know. And also your technique, once you improve, you'll know which way your beard growth is so that you're actually going with the grain and across the grain. A lot of people don't have a clue as to how their beard growth is, and they think they're going with the grain or across the grain, and they're actually going straight against the grain. And that causes irritation. Duh. If you haven't noticed, shave's going really well. You know, I didn't want to really like one of these things. I never would have bought one of these things. But when you got it, especially when you get it as a gift, gotta try it, right? And the truth of the matter is, it works. It's a razor, believe it or not. Blades are blades, razor's a razor. So it's a razor. It holds the blade straight, you know, and tight. And it's a good blade, and it's a good hold. It'll shave. Blades are blades, razor's a razor. So anyway, I need to jump back over on the shave then and see what the reply was to my comments. But you invariably get people, well, you know, I got this blade that works better than this razor, and it won't cut nothing in that razor, but boy, it works good in this razor. All in your head, folks. All in your head. Now, blades can have different grinds. Maybe they last longer. You know, feather, for example. Everybody raves about feather blades. They're sharp. Well, they are. But they don't last. And now we're going to have people come along and say, well, I get just as many shaves out of the feather as I get out of the... Okay, great. I'm telling you that from my experience, feather blades are really sharp for 2 or 3 shaves, and then they're gone. They're over sharp. So if you have a blade that has a grind that's a little bit different from this blade's grind, maybe it'll last a little longer. You know, I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. But as long as it's sharp, it'll shave. in whatever razor you stick it in. Razors don't really care, you know, with the exception of proprietary blade type things. But as far as razors go, they don't care if they've got Russian steel, or if they've got Swedish steel, or if they've got South Korean steel, as long as it's sharp. Now along those lines, I use a lot of South Korean and Vietnamese double-edged blades. Dorco. Get them at the dollar store. And they're cheap. They shave just as good as anything else I've ever got. And I'll put those Dorcos up against anything on a shave, but I get just as good as shaves. So, where I was going with the Dorco was, so if you see the double-edge razor blades that are kind of cheap and they're from South Korea, they're okay. Or I think that it's say Korea. But anyway, they're okay. That's Dorcos. However, single-edge blades from Korea, the Dorco single-edge blades, won't scrape paint. Run, Forrest. Run. Do not buy those. They are not good at all. Well, there we go. Look at there. Day's growth gone. We can get ready, finish getting ready for work now. Trim the goatee up today. So back to the Starling here. Shaves good. I have no problem with it. Some people talk about, well, the handle's too light, the head's too light, yada, yada, yada. What does it matter if it's light? The weight don't matter. Really? Well, it makes me want to push too hard. Then you need to work on your technique. Jeez. How times do we have to say it? Technique. I mean, really. Pressure, angle. That's it. Everything else is pretty much cosmetic. So there we go. Good shave today. I'm getting ready to go to work again for the fifth night in a row. 5 out of 10. So hey, we're halfway there. But I don't know if we're going to get a day off after that, or if we're just going to go for another 7. Hey, works for me. You know what I hear when they give me that schedule that's got all those numbers and all those days on it in the back of my mind? You know what I hear? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's about it. So there we go. We got a good shave. We're going to throw on a little bit of the good old Clubman musk. Fuzzy's a fan of Clubman musk. So remember, if it's a sharp blade, and it's a good razor, and by good razor I mean it's not defective, it holds the blade tight, it holds it straight, yada yada yada. I mean, heck, they don't even really have to have much of a handle. We use the Hussey. It don't got much of a handle. It gives a great shave, exceptional shave. So if you got everything there, and you're still getting irritation, and you're still getting nicks, and you're still not getting a close cut, I'm sorry. That is not a razor issue. That is not a blade issue. That is a you issue. And you know who can fix you issues? You. Absolutely. All right. Well, look, y'all have a good day. I'm going to go and finish getting ready for work and return the phone call I got there. Actually, I got 2 phone calls and a text there, and that's not quite the record, but, I'm going to finish that cup of Cafe Bustelo, too, on the way. All right. Well, look, y'all have a great day. I'm going to quit chattering and get out of here. Wherever you are, if it's cold, stay warm. If it's warm, stay cold. But always, always, happy shaves to you. Have a great day.